I think one of the most annoying things you can be as a Christian is lazy, and I'll tell you why. It is nearly impossible to grow as a person or grow in your relationship with God if you're lazy. James 4:8 says, draw near to God and he'll draw near to you. So you got to draw near first, but if you're not drawing near because you're too lazy, you're not going to grow with him. Jeremiah 29:13, God says you will seek him and find him when you seek him with your whole heart. But if you're too lazy to seek him with your whole heart, you're not going to find him. But basically, long story short, the Bible tells us that we should work hard in all we do, that we should use our time wisely, that we shouldn't be sluggards, that we're disgraceful sons if we're sluggards, and stuff like that. The reason laziness and procrastination are sins are because they're the arrogant assumption that God is going to give you another time to do what you need to do. You're lazy because you're arrogantly assuming that God is going to give you another time to do what you need to do. Literally, you can trace any form of laziness back to that pride. I'm too lazy to go get this work done around my house. I'm too lazy to do this. You're lazy because you're pridefully assuming God's going to give you more time to do what you need to do. The Bible makes it very clear that tomorrow is never promised. James says in the book of James that every good and perfect gift comes from above. He also says in James 4 to not boast about tomorrow and say, tomorrow we will go do this and this, but to rather say, if the Lord wills, we will go do this and this and this. So I think we must remember when it comes to laziness that tomorrow is never promised. And when we procrastinate, when we're too lazy to go get something done, when we're too lazy to go seek the Lord, to go get a job and work, when we're too lazy to do our homework or do our chores around the house or whatever, we're too lazy because we're arrogant, because we're arrogantly assuming God will provide more time to use. Now, the way we overcome this is actually, I think Paul says in Ephesians 5:15-16, Paul says, be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. Paul tells us here to be wise and make the most of every opportunity. I think that's how we live as Christians. I think that's how we stop being lazy. We make the most of every opportunity every day. God gives you 24 hours a day to do what you need to do.